Hey everybody, it's Linda Hopson, your hashtag online BFF, back with you. And this video is brought to you by the letter S. If you haven't been following us in the last few videos of my series, I've been talking about a chapter in this book, which I love, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. And he talks about the traits of a successful person. And he actually spells out the word success. And we are in the second to last S. And it stands for self-confidence. And although that seems a lot like self-esteem, it tends to be a little bit different. It's built on your successes. And he basically talks about how to build on your successes and to not concentrate on your failures. And he tells a story about boxing managers that will carefully pick out the boxers. You know, if he's taken on a new boxer that's talented but may not have done a lot of boxing matches, the manager will carefully pick out the boxer's opponents that graduate up to in difficulty, so that he will keep getting success. You know, the first one could be a little, easy, and then it gets a little bit harder and harder, but it builds his self-confidence because he has that success to build on, to keep going and growing. And same thing with baseball. You know, that's I think a lot of reason why they have minor leagues, is so that baseball players can play on a bit of an easier playing field, and then when they're ready, they go up to the major leagues. And then if they have where they're maybe having a slump or their self-confidence is shaken, a lot of times a baseball manager will send that player back to the minor leagues to work on what's causing his self-confidence to shake a little bit. And he, of course, being a doctor, he kind of talks about how the brain works with all of this. And he said, it's not just about practice, and that practice makes perfect. Although that is true, if that would be the case and you would just keep practicing and it would be remembering what you did, you fail a lot of times, so you still would not improve. And so what he talks about is really celebrating those successes and building on those successes. And then, forget about the failures. And a lot of people tend to, just keep thinking about their failures and feel like their failures are going to dictate how they will be in the future. And he said that is not the case, And as I said before, because he's a doctor, he has a prescription at the end of each little snippet of the personality traits. And at the end of this one, his prescription is basically, you got to snap out of it. Forget the failures. Actually, remember the successes and use the failures as a learning experience, but then forget about them after that. Okay, that didn't work, and so let's go on. And it reminds me of, I believe it was Thomas Edison said that I didn't fail 10,000 times, I just discovered 10,000 ways that it didn't work. And that's kind of the same way, is that he learned from those things. He didn't consider them failures, he considered them learning experiences, and then when he did have a small success, he built on that and got to, his goal. And so I encourage you to not dwell on the failures. Don't be afraid to try things. If it fails, learn from that experience. If you succeed, celebrate that. Do a little Snoopy dance, talk about it, and remember that going forward, and you'll have more and more success in your future. I believe in you, and I will see you in the next video, which is also brought to you by the letter S. Have a great day.